This one may ruffle a few feathers, but letting the enemy control your emotions is a demonic assignment. And even though feelings are neutral and they're an instrument given by God, the enemy can use these feelings to tempt us, to misdirect us, and eventually master us. It's one thing to have a feeling, but it's another thing to give into that feeling. And when we're mad or we're upset or we're hurt or, we find ourselves in a fit of rage or jealous, that is an open door for the enemy to come into our lives. Listen to this video real quick and we'll be right back.
Okay, I don't know who this message is for today, but I do know that it's for someone, so I just want to share. I came across something that just hit me like a brick wall, and this is so good not to share. So it literally said, the devil wants you in your feelings. Okay, so let me explain. The devil wants you in your feelings because if he can keep you in your feelings, he will keep you out of your purpose, right? Because you cannot be in your feelings and walk in your purpose at the same time. Okay. So by doing so, if you know the devil, like I know the devil, he can stir up like fear, insecurity, whatever the case may be, just to get you in your feelings and like keep you there. That's powerful of him. So you are not led by feelings like you are led by the Spirit. Um, that is so, so important to realize. Be careful by being in your feelings all the time because it can drain you. And it can knock you off of what you're trying to do. Just remember that emotions can cloud vision, and cloudy vision delays obedience. Remember that.
So one of the things that I want to read is Ephesians 4:26 through 27 says, "Be angry and do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your anger and give no opportunity to the devil." Why would they mention specifically to not give any opportunity to the devil if our emotions didn't have some sort of open doorway to the enemy? And there's even a verse that tells us if we treat our wives bad, that God won't hear our prayers. So the behavior, these emotions, these feelings that we have are a way that the enemy can come into your life and derail your purpose and your plan. If he can keep you focused on being angry, if he can keep you focused on, oh, so and so did this to me and being unforgiveness, then he can stunt your growth. And the Bible tells us to forgive or else God won't forgive us. Here's another verse. James 1:19 through 20 says, "My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry, because human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires." So it's already throwing you off of your assignment to be righteous and to be holy and set apart for the kingdom of heaven, because we're supposed to seek God in the kingdom of righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. That means all the things that are in our plans from God, God's will in our life, will be able to be completed because we are seeking first God's kingdom and his righteousness. But when we're not seeking the kingdom of heaven and his righteousness, we're seeking the things of the world, or we're seeking the things of the flesh. We want to be gossipy. We want to be angry. We want to be worldly. We want to be nosy. We want to be whatever, insert word here. And all that is a trick from the enemy to keep us off of our godly purpose and our plan. I know that for some people, we get in our feelings sometimes, and then we stay in our head because we're in our feelings. So now we're in our feelings. It doesn't matter what anyone tells us, right? So say you and your girlfriend get into a fight, you and your boyfriend have a disagreement, or now you're in your head thinking, well, does he really love me? Does he really want to be with me? Or is she cheating on me? Or does she want somebody else? And instead of like walking in the victory of just ushering in a healthy relationship, ushering in a healthy dating relationship towards marriage, the enemy now has you doubting this relationship. The enemy has you doubting one another. And this could be a godly wife or a godly husband one day. But if he can derail that assignment, if he can derail that relationship, because the enemy hates marriage, he can have victory over you. Another verse right here says, "A person with a hot temper does foolish things, but the one who has discretion will keep their cool." That's Proverbs 14:17. If our temper, if our attitude, if our words weren't so important, why would the Bible tell us so many verses to keep ourselves in check, to keep our emotions in order? Let me read you this, guys. Galatians 5:22 through 23 says, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law." So these are the things that we need to focus on. These are the emotions, the fruit of the spirit that we need to be trying to usher in. These are the things that we need to be trying to let be evident in our lives. When you let your feelings control you, you say things, you do things in the moment that hurts others, and you can't take those things back. So now there's damage done on both sides. The one who was offended and then the one that was the offender. If the devil can keep you in your feelings, then this behavior will continue to repeat itself. But have hope, because there is victory. If you want to practice biblical self-control, take the thoughts captive, right? That's the biggest thing that we can do. Take those thoughts captive and control negative thought processes by focusing on God's goodness and what his word says. Pray, asking God for his grace and his strength and self-control so that you can manage your feelings better. And then make sure that you forgive. Let go of the bitterness, of the anger, and place all these situations and all your feelings into God's marvelous hands. A lot of times, guys, we don't look at things through a spiritual lens the way that we should. And we think, oh, that's just me. That's just who I am. I get mad and I pop off a little bit. But that's not godly, guys. That's not the way that we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be self-controlled. We're supposed to be peaceful. We're supposed to be gentle. We're supposed to be kind. And we're supposed to be having our words seasoned with salt. So if you always give into your feelings, always give into your flesh, and then you wonder why the relationships that you have in your life aren't as strong as they should be, it's probably because you're letting your emotions control you. And the enemy is just having victory all over you. And he's sitting back laughing at all of us. So I really want to encourage you guys to let the Lord be your strength. Let the Lord be the example of how you carry yourself, because guys, as godly people, we're supposed to be holy and set apart. That means not looking like the world, not acting like we feel, but being mindful of how we treat one another and how we handle ourselves. That's going to do it for this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, God bless.